Medicine is not like accounting. Accounting is balance your books, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. Khalas. We see each other the next day. Medicine is, doc, hello, 3 a.m. Did you put a CVC line for that patient? No. Why? Questions start there and then. People do not expect you as a doctor to get sick for any fucking second. Sometimes death is a good thing, because the burden that families go through for one patient, they kind of get to settle back down once death has happened. I don't know if you know, but most doctors become bald.
Because of stress.
Because of stress, lack of sleep, working in closed, tight spaces, poor feeding habits. And I noticed I was going there. I was like, fuck it, I'm not.
You don't want it.
I started looking at materials in dermatology and units in terms of aesthetics, and it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. And I was like, this is what you're going to do.
In the industry of medicine, do you feel like you meet people who look down on your career path, like on your specialization?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Well, I don't give two fucks.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Laughing Lab Coat. And today's guest is a very, 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 very special guest. You've seen him most of the times doing this, but today tumesema, let's kidnap you and put you on the other side of the camera, because why not? On the other side of the seat. And I'm going to introduce this lovely I'm going to allow this lovely gentleman to introduce himself. Najua mmemwona msikuwe gumu hivyo, mmemwona mali mingi. But anyway, Doc, could you introduce yourself, a little bit about your background? Yeah, and one fun fact about you.
All right, my name is Dr. Mahideen Mohammed. On socials, more the MD. I've been here quite a few times. You always see me on the other side. And I am basically an aesthetic and regenerative medicine practitioner, having moved on from being a GP. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll definitely head it into the...
fun fact.
Yeah.
I'm very much obsessed about hair.
What? Okay. Guys outside there, if you want to take it as far as you can, please. He said it, I didn't. Have fun with it. But now we're going to go into the most interesting question, being why anesthetics?
I was tired of seeing people get stuck in between life and death. And it kind of took a toll on me. Before, this is a backstory. Before, I was working in a setting where I'd see a lot of patients in ICU. And from babies to elderly people to regular people. One of our friends who usually visits us here, he has the same name as I. We had an occurrence once while we were in ICU. And it's not a lovely picture. It is not.
Okay.
It's not, because sometimes we think that we have like a significant role as humans to play. But in real sense, it's not you who decides. Yeah. It's not for you to decide at all. You can do your best. You can do every little trick that you know, every little drug that you know, every maneuver that you know, but you still can't do shit. And I got tired of that. Like knowing that this is going to happen and there's still nothing that you can do. It's exhausting. I was like, fuck it, this is not for me.
Okay.
It's cussing aloud.
Well, it
This is not
happened.
for me.
Jibambe, I think. Did you ever think that this is where you're going to end up with medicine?
In the first few years, no. What I was open to was gaining the experience. I wanted to see the different aspects of medicine. What would it be like if I was a surgeon? What would it be like if I was a pediatrician? What would it be like if I was a gynecologist? What would it be like if I was an anesthesiologist or an intensivist? And I took my first 3 years into understanding the different departments. Yes, I might have taken longer than most people, but I think it was a smart decision per se, because it made me understand that pediatrics, these are the things that usually occur commonly, and this is how you manage them. So it kind of makes you an all-rounded doctor, not just focused on one side. And the obsession to go into hair and skin came in from my own disorders. And I think 2 years into practicing, I don't know if you know, but most doctors become bald.
Bald, yeah, because of stress.
Because of stress, lack of sleep, working in closed, tight spaces, poor feeding habits. And I noticed I was going there. I was like, fuck it, I'm not.
You don't want it.
Kubali, hapana. It's like, there is no way me and baldness will be like this. And I started looking at materials in dermatology and units in terms of aesthetics, and it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. And I was like, this is what you're going to do. I started it on myself. I was losing hair. So I did the appropriate things, started taking the right medications. Boom, my hair was saved.
Can we see the hair?
My hair, like right now. Right now it's locked. It's rasta.
Well,
But I think they've seen. I've shot a video of it. So we've posted, yeah.
Guys, you're told to go deep dive and find the hair. But aside from that, for the people who, let's say at home, who do not know, when they hear aestheticians, they think it's Botox and, what's the difference between you, a dermatologist, and
I'm not a dermatologist.
Yeah, and a plastic surgeon? There must be a difference between the three. For the people who are at home, they think, oh, aesthetician, oh my god, you're a doctor for the skin. So could you explain to us a bit?
So an aesthetics practitioner is slightly a bit more different from a dermatologist in the sense that the training is different. An aesthetics course is a bit of a shorter time compared to a dermatologist. And what you're trained on is things like, you'll still be taught fillers, you'll still be taught Botox, you'll still be taught a little bit more about hair, and a little bit of skin disorders. So you kind of like get like a quick recap of what a dermatologist are trained to do. And the most interesting part about the aesthetics aspect of it is you're kind of taught how to defy aging, which is mind-blowing in itself, because if I make you look
Young.
30 yet you're 50, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So the whole reason why I went into it is because like maintaining the youthful look is a difficult thing, especially in our environment now, where 18-year-olds look like they're 30, 40. So that was the biggest inspiration for me. And I still have more to accomplish because I want to go into different subspecializations, if God wills, yeah.
Okay. And was there a moment when you were in GP? GP, I think it's general physician, if I'm not wrong.
General practitioners.
Was there a moment when you're there and you're like, yeah, I think this is it. This is where I'm going to transition into. Or did you want to transition into something before you came to aesthetics?
Initially, I was torn in between the first 1 year. I was like, I like ICU. That's when you're fresh into it, like the adrenaline rush and everything. And you stay in there for your first month, your second month, you're still in that hyperactive state. Oh, today you're dealing with this. Today it's a kidney patient. Tomorrow it's a liver patient. So you kind of get psyched with the different conditions until the end result is still the same. Like it's either you save or you die. No in-betweens. Okay, the in-between is disability, but disability, people can live with it, but it's very depressing. Very depressing. Majority of people with disabilities are not okay in the head. That's what I would say. And unless they have fully come into acceptance of who they really are with the current state they're in, majority of them are people who are mentally screwed. Either because they have not come into like acceptance of the new life, and that's a very hard thing to do. And I kept seeing a lot of that now. I kept seeing a lot of people who are done with their past lives and now they have a new life. And it's not just you as an individual, it's like the whole family. I've seen families who are tired of their one patient who is being treated for a skin, not a skin issue, either a liver issue. Like, you look at the expression on these people's faces, and all you see is like exhaustion, fatigue, mental drain. And sometimes I always say this, much as it might sound bad, sometimes death is a good thing. Because the burden that families go through for one patient, they kind of get to settle back down once death has happened. And if let's say there was no death, it would have been like a continuous life of misery. Like every single day, uko hospitali. Every single day. And no end. Just picture this. Maybe I might sound like, how do I describe this? Like a psychopath, maybe?
Right?
But still, like if you look at it, if there was no concept of death, it would have been constant, like, how do I put this? Mental fatigue, which is very hard to handle. So I looked at that and I was like, Apana, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I had to pick something that would make someone feel confident. I had to pick something that would make me feel happy in terms of the work that I have done and the results that I've got to achieve. And here we are really trying to move far away from death. We're talking about positivity and not this side, because many people don't want, if you talk to 60-year-old men, over 50% of them don't want to visit hospitals. Why? Because they're scared. 60 is like the, what's it called?
The hallmark.
No, like the average death period. Majority of people, like, they don't want to know what's the problem. And once they know, it will always linger in their minds. And I didn't want to deal with that at all. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Now, which brings me, when you talked about being happy, it brings me to my next question. Now, being an esthetician, if I haven't butchered the name, do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel happy with a career choice? Is it something that at the end of the day you're like, oh my God, I feel so good, or you're like, yeah. Would it be something that you would encourage someone to get into?
I would encourage people to look at medicine from a different perspective, because this other side tells you, like, you need to be more, it's a bit similar to public health in the sense that if you do the right things, you avoid this. And again, for like personal mental satisfaction. I know it's not for everyone. Not every doctor is going to be a aesthetic doctor or a plastic surgeon or whatever, or a dermatologist. If you look at the courses with the least pressure on them to deliver, with minimal, let's say, mental pressure, is more of skin-related disorders and majority of skin, and maybe psychology. There's less pressure to deliver. But let's say I put you to become a cardiac surgeon today. And the amount of mental aptitude that you need and the amount of mental presence that you need, it's not just going to be with you in the theater room and in the hospital corridors. You're going to carry it home.
Yeah.
And your wife or your mother or your family is going to look at you and they think, this guy is not here. And I was tired of that. And I'll give you a good example. When someone moves from studying undergraduate medicine, goes into practice, you are no longer your own. You become a slave. You don't become a slave in the context of you're owned. But in a way you are.
Owned, yeah.
Why are you owned? You're owned to humanity to deliver. And if you fail to deliver, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If a case comes your way, you're properly fucked. That means your career is gone. This is something you've been building for 6 to 8 years to 10 years. Even in people who are postgraduate and they're now consultants, once they fuck up once, it's done for them. So your life is no longer yours. Your life belongs to the people that you serve. And that is categorized differently depending on the field of practice that you want to, field of specialization that you want to practice in.
Okay. And now, which brings us to another question. In the industry of medicine, do you feel like you meet people who look down on your career path, like on your specialization, telling you,
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Well, I don't give two fucks. I don't give two fucks.
But you've met them.
They're there.
How do you deal with that? Because if right now there's someone who's watching this and they're like, I've never.
I'll tell you a story. There's a time nilikuwa nimeenda Ruiru. I was trying to look for a postgraduate diploma. And I ran into an old colleague. We used to work together. So he's doing his undergraduate now. And he's like, Akaniuliza, why are you here today? I was like, I'm here to apply for this specific course. I was like, why? I always thought you'll end up as an ICU doctor. I was like, nope, fuck that. No, for me.
Guys,
like,
believe that.
I was like, no. Mimi. Nipigiwe simu 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I have a family. I have nini, and I've already gone through that already as it is. And I know I don't want to be that person who will be questioned, like, wewe ulipigiwa saa 9, why haukushika simu? You get?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you're still human beings. That's what many people forget. Like, couple months back, and I was a bit sick and had a bit of ulcers in my stomach. And I had to undergo an endoscopy. And as I'm going through my endoscopy, the medication they give you I was given heavy medications. So I was drugged up. So my brain is not there. So at the end of the day, I still see phone calls ringing. But if I answer, my judgment is impaired at that point in time. People do not expect you as a doctor to get sick for any fucking second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cussing too much, I think.
Which is okay.
For any fucking second. They do not at all expect you to be off the clock. At all. And that spoke a lot to me.
To you. Yeah.
Medicine is not like accounting. Accounting is balance your books, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. Khalas. We see each other the next day. Medicine is, doc, hello, 3 a.m. Did you put a CVC line for that patient? No. Why? Questions start there and then. Not a matter of tomorrow. So it's too much pressure. So if anyone is watching this and you want to join medical school, here are key 3 tips. If you know that you can deliver at any point in time, do it. 2, if you think you have the mental aptitude to continue delivering, do it. 3, if you know that you are not interested in having a personal life or a social life, do it. Continue.
Okay. So now, which brings us to one of the, let's say, the audience favorite. When they hear medicine, they're like, "Oh, that's a lot of money." Would you say it's a good career? It gives you quite an income.
Back in the days, yes. Back in the days, yes. Right now, I think things have changed. The systems back in the day used to be, if you get done with medical school, the government always needed doctors to come in, and then they will post you in, let's say, rural areas, and you'd make your money there. Right now, the government does not have the spending power to do it. Case in point, right now there's a strike going on. Right?
Yeah.
So you find that the market is there. There is need for doctors. The demand in urban centers is low because you have a number of specialists or specialized hospitals. So you notice the underdog doctors or the junior doctors
Don't get as much.
get stuck in that space where the patients no longer look to you for what you need or for what they need, and they go direct to the specialist. So this guy is cut off in the middle, and the government on this side is telling you, boss, wejipange.
Yeah.
And then there is the private industry, and the private industry will look at you and will say, okay, we have the following cadres in the market. You have medical officers, you have clinical officers. They look at you and they say, I have a clinical officer who is experienced for over 8 years. And I have a medical officer who is from medical school, Juicy. They look at the clinical officer who is experienced and give them the salary of a medical officer because they know they're going to get 8 years experience back. The medical officer who is now directly from school, zero experience, will be overlooked. Because medicine is experience, in all honesty, whether you like it or not. It's not following the book. The book does not teach you shit. It's patients who teach you shit. So, in all honesty, I think back in the days, yes. Right now, you have to stand on your own. You have to make sure that I joined this field because I want to make change. And you have to prove the reason why you went into that field. If not, please, biashara ziko mingi. Look for something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while we're on that topic, there are a lot of people who've, let's say, a lot of young people who are very interested into your particular field. What advice would you give them right now that they're watching, specifically after you saying that not as much?
Number one, we still need cardiothoracic surgeons, we still need cardiologists, we still need nephrologists, we still need neurosurgeons. So please, msikuje go flood the field.
But what if someone is genuinely interested? What advice would you give them?
As long as you believe in yourself and you know that the efforts that you put behind who you want to be in such a field is something that stands out, go ahead and do it.
Now, which brings us to closer to our closing point. Now we go to a bit of trends that are happening right now, as you've seen. One of the biggest trends that we are trying to fight right now is skin bleaching. Do you think that, as an esthetician, that skin bleaching improves more image or damages the image?
The biggest thing about bleaching is, and we've had guests on the podcast before, is it's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing. And people have different motivations or reasons to do it. There are those who will be pressured because of finances, like they know I don't get promotion, so I have to look good. And that's their reason. There are those who will say they want to, let's say, look good for their boyfriends because they know their boyfriends are on a side chick somewhere, so who is lighter, and the insecurities come from there. So there's a lot of motivation behind it. The biggest thing is it doesn't have to come down to you harming yourself, because the impact is not just on the skin. The impact is multifaceted, from your brain to your heart to your kidneys to your liver, and eventually chronic diseases come in. And once that comes in, it's a poor life to live.
Okay, so let's say right now there's a young lady and a young man, because nowadays it's both genders, who's about to do it. What is something you could tell them right now, so that
If it's your boyfriend pressuring you, not divorce him. Achana na na.
what if it's family?
Fuck them too.
What if it's workspace? Because you've met a lot of workspaces where they're like, if you're brown or dark skinned girl, you've met bars, you've met restaurants who, when they are selecting their people, and you're a young lady, the manager tells you, msupa hiyo rangi yako kidogo, lazima sabuni kidogo. So what would you tell that young girl?
It doesn't have to come down to harming your health, one. Two is, if your work is really good, there's someone who is going to appreciate you. Yeah. It doesn't have to be in the same space.
Okay.
Quits.
So now here's where we come to our conclusion. Now I'd like for you, as an aesthetician, to give us a closing remark in regards to your field, your medicine. Someone who's interested in medicine, someone who's interested in your field, someone who's interested in more of skin and hair. What would you tell them as a doctor, as a human being, altogether?
If you're coming into medicine, you need the following things. This is general medicine, as long as you've crossed that line. Number one, if you know that you can stay long hours without sleep, you're welcome. Number two is, if you know you can stay hungry for long hours, you're welcome. Number three is, if you know you have the perseverance in terms of pressure environments, you're welcome. Number four is, if you know you're comfortable being a slave to humanity, please, you're welcome. If you have none of the four qualities, look for other things to do. Because medicine, me as an individual, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I'll not lie. Love in the sense that, oh my God, this patient moved from this to this. Again. And you're like, I fucking love my job. And then the hate comes in when, fuck, our patient died.
Oh, yeah.
And that trauma stays with you for a while. It really does. It really does. Right now, I've been working for 6 years, and I know the names of every single person who I have met and has ended up dying under my hands. And that shit is painful. So if you know you have the guts to do it, karibuni.
Okay. If you guys have any questions and you would like to again see him on that side of of the pod, please feel free to leave a comment as usual, subscribe, like, and ask as many questions as you can in regards to this conversation we've had today. And if you have more questions, you please leave it for us and we will get back to you. And if you want him on that side, please ask the questions. Uliza. No, Uliza. We'll bring him back. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much, Dr.
Anytime.
Now, this is time we say peace out.
Like, subscribe, share, comment. sambaza, eka kidole, thumbs, all of that.
Uliza maswali, kila kitu.